Welcoming activities are very important because it starts the child's day. So if you have the child that comes in who's real shy and quiet, it gives them something, wow, they can go over and they can start by themselves on a game for the morning. Also, it just gives them something when they come in to go to right away. And in those welcoming activities, we're covering different skills. So that's a chance for us to get some skill work done and give them something to do as soon as they walk in. It starts your room off a calmer. It sets the tone for the day.
I put them on the table and I let them decide what they were going to do with the blocks. Just had the dinosaurs and the wood slices, and I just watched. And as I watched, one little boy made a castle and like a bridge with them. It was never ending. He'd take it down, he'd build something else, and then he'd take it down and build something else. And then he was co-playing with another child, and he was showing that child how he used the wood pieces in a new way, in a fun way, and how the dinosaurs could go on the top and go on the bottom, go under and over. So they're learning positional words as well as they're playing. So basically, you just put it out there and just watch what happens. And if they need something, as you hear the dialogue, you might overhear them say that, you know, oh, we need this, or wouldn't be neat if we had that. And then say, oh, look what I have. Do you want to use this for your play? And just listen. Listening to what they're doing and the dialogue is key to keeping their imagination going. A lot of times as I observe them, you could see some of the older children are taking on roles. Maybe they're pretending to be firefighters, and they'll assign different friends to be different firefighters, and what their role is going to be. You're going to, you know, hold the hose. You're going to squirt the fire. You're going to drive the fire truck, and just taking on those roles and seeing where it goes.
A teacher-directed activity is an activity where the teacher is taking the charge of basically the activity. The teacher has planned it, the teacher has the outcome that she wants, and everybody has to participate and follow the step-to-step the way the teacher. Child-directed is the child takes the lead. That, you know, and kind of that happened today outside on our playground with the baking of the cakes. I was intentional in having the wood pieces out there, but they are the ones that it was child-directed in how they were going to use the wood pieces and what they found and how they made various cakes in different layers, and parts of it were icing and some were sprinkles. So child-directed is they kind of take the lead, and it's what they would like to do. I think you need a mixture. You need both, a happy half and half, teacher and child-directed. Because then I think the teacher learns from the children and the children learn from the teacher. It's kind of a give and take.
You want rocks too?
I talked to a lot of teachers about the importance of play, and because I quite didn't understand it at first, I'm like, well, why are we sitting down and doing math together? You know, because that's my mindset in elementary. And so learning the importance of play was it was new to me. I think it's cool when you put down a bin of just different materials like links, and they come up with different ways to link things together, or they take the materials and they decide what they're going to do with them, make a jump rope or a necklace, just things like that. They take the materials and just kind of discover what they can do with them. I've learned that a lot of open-ended questions are key because you're allowing them to think and create something from that question. So what could we make with these links? And then they come up with what they can make instead of saying, let's make a necklace. So it's kind of finding where their interest and their brains are going to think of something to make.
Well, I just think, one, to start with your basic centers and then fill them with discovery toys or toys, one that you think the children would be interested in. You have to know the children too, and once you really know the children, then you can add things that interest them. I think prop boxes are so important, and I'll just start. I have a science prop box at home, And in that science prop box, when I'm out hiking or whatever, I'll just put in deer antlers or a turtle shell or rocks or collections of pine cones or anything that might be of interest sometimes to the children. And you can also put in books that relate to the theme and study, and that would be for science. But I mean, even we did a fairy tale prop box where we had little wands and crowns and jewelry and coins, costumes. So that's another thing. You can just be so creative with them, and you can also add the books too. But you can be very creative and just put anything in there you think the children would be interested in that's a specific theme or a specific study. It's so easy then, because as a teacher you have all these boxes, you can have them labeled, and it just makes your life easier as a teacher to pull out a prop box, bring it in, and have things that can go in all the centers.